Hey everyone, Brandon's weekly update. I have something fun to talk about this week. I just did one of the oddest book signings of my life. I was sitting here in American Fork, Utah, and I did a book signing in Barcelona, Spain. How did this work? They set up this thing, and hopefully we can show you some image and some footage of it working right now, where there's an actual robot arm that will sign for me. I had an iPad, and I signed, actually was video calling with people who would step up and be like, hey, I'm this person. They'd hold up their name. I'd write it out. I'd write an inscription, and I would sign. And then the robot arm, they put the book in, and it wrote what I wrote on the iPad. It was so cool. Obviously not a perfect replacement for being on tour, but I thought you guys might enjoy seeing some of this footage. This comes courtesy of my Spanish publisher, who is amazing. The whole team over there is really cool. They just released actually a new edition of Mistborn. They did an anniversary edition, kind of like the UK has, where it's really this nice foily sort of gold on black edition. So if you are a collector of the Spanish editions, you can pick that up. It is really sharp looking, and they had me do a book signing for it. So you should be able to see on the screen right now, hopefully, some footage of the robot arm writing my signature as it was written to people. We might use this sort of thing in the future. The problem is the robot arm has to get to you if I'm here. So really, this only exists for us in Spain right now. But let me know in the comments what you think of getting a robot arm signature. Is it a fair replacement for Brandon showing up and saying goofy things to you in person or whatnot and things like that? Otherwise, weekly update stuff, just passed over 2/3. I'm more like 70%. Bing! For Wax and Wing 4. It is going really well. I am writing through, I actually have one more scene to write of the Steris viewpoint sequence, the little one I talked about last week. Go look at last week's if you're curious what I mean by that. So that will be done, and then I'll do the final viewpoint sequence for the book. And that's going to take the rest of my time. Though I'm going to be a little busy because I'm heading off to JordanCon. I will be at JordanCon this week. Tickets are sold out. I'm sorry. And we also have a cool thing happening. Remember, next week we have the new Reckoners novel, which is audio only right now. Why audio only? Well, Audible actually funded it. Audible's the one that paid for us to spend the time and put this all together. There will be a print edition eventually, but right now we're pretty happy with the fact that Audible, who had the audio rights to the previous Reckoners novels, they wanted more. They were really excited by the idea of getting more, and they're some of the ones that pushed for it. This wouldn't exist without Max at Mainframe, who is my business partner over there, who's running that side of things really well and making audio books, and without Audible wanting a fourth Reckoners novel, which I wanted to do, but just didn't quite have the time or motivation or things like that. And so it will eventually, we'll get an ebook and an audiobook out eventually, or a print book and an ebook out eventually. For now, audio original. If you want to see more sorts of things like this, let me know. Go purchase the book. Let me know what you think of it. Lux is a big experiment. I really want to hear from you guys on if this is the sort of thing you want me to be doing more of. So it's not out until a week from tomorrow. But we'll be doing some publicity and things like that. Am I right on that, Producer Adam?
The 22nd.
The 22nd.
So it's Thursday.
Thursday. Oh, it's releasing on Thursday. So a weekend, several days from tomorrow. Books usually release on Tuesday, so a Thursday release is different. So anyway, we'll be having Stephen, my co-author on that, come on to the live stream later on, and so you'll be able to see him, and we'll be doing all sorts of publicity. But otherwise, Wax and Wayne, we're hitting the final stretch. We're almost there. So stay tuned, and I will be back next week to tell you more.